Hey, good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. This is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book. And this morning we are doing a live segment with Anthony Idaspe of Insurance Simplified. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, Brittany.
How are you today?
I can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm in the same boat. We were just talking. I went on a vacation last week. So I am what they call like a respite. I'm definitely rested and ready to go. And I'm definitely eager to learn. Today we're going to talk about Medicare and the important dates to remember because as we know, eh, time creeps up really fast on us and it's already September. So we're approaching that open enrollment time.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of different pitfalls in Medicare if you don't watch out for your timeframes, not only getting Medicare, but when you're actually in the plans themselves, the Medicare health plans, knowing what you're able to do. A lot of people just end up staying put because they think they're stuck. And there's a lot of opportunities throughout the year to not only take advantage of, but to at least check what you're in. And I'll be going through those today.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about Insurance Simplified and how you help your clients.
Sure. So I come from a education background in that I traveled the country for several years teaching Medicare for continuing education courses to insurance agents. And I vowed if I ever got into the business where I was helping consumers, I would spend a lot of time and focus on Medicare itself as a whole. A lot of people don't know what they have as insurance, and it's because they don't understand the floor, the core of what they have, Medicare itself. And so with my clients, I spend a lot of extra time focusing on getting Medicare, understanding Medicare and how it works with their plan so that they fully understand what they have. I don't want any of my clients to be ever asked, what insurance do you have? And they just say, I don't know. And so I spend that extra time with my clients to make sure they understand. My services are free. The insurance companies pay us. It doesn't cost the consumers anything extra. I'm referred to as what they call an independent insurance agent. So I can offer any of the companies I deem fit for my clients, and I offer most of the most popular plans throughout the state of Florida.
Awesome. You're a huge valuable resource for people. And I highly encourage, as I always do, you have to know what you have. And I'm in that same boat. I have insurance, but sometimes I may not understand how it works or what are some other options for me, not just sticking with the same plan. There might be something different or better for my situation, just like everybody out there. So I'm going to kind of hand the ropes over to you, Anthony, and let you take it from here. I know you have a great presentation of information to share with everybody.
Sure, certainly. So here, let me put that presentation up for you guys. Okay. So I always throw this disclaimer in on all of my presentations, just so everyone is aware. This is for educational purposes. I'm not going to talk about any plan specifics or company names. I just want to make sure everyone understands yes, I can sell stuff. I'm an insurance agent, but today's purpose is to educate so that you can take something away from this, whether you're somebody helping a loved one, a colleague, a friend, or you're somebody that has Medicare and you're viewing this. I want you to be able to take away from this the different opportunities that are available to you with Medicare, not only when getting it, but throughout the entire year. So I like to start off by talking about, what is Medicare? For those people that are watching this, that are getting ready for Medicare, whether it's a few years, a few months, a few weeks, or if you're somebody that's already on it, Medicare is something you're entitled to at age 65. People can get it before 65. So if you're ever talking to a neighbor or a friend and they already have Medicare and they're under 65, it is due to a legal disability, legally blind, end-stage renal, Lou Gehrig's. Those are examples where you could qualify for Medicare before 65, but your typical senior at 65 qualifies or is first entitled to Medicare. A lot of people will ask me, and I guess one of the dates or timelines to pay attention to would be how or when do you enroll in Medicare? A lot of people think it's based off of their 65th birthday, the actual day, and that's not necessarily true. Your Medicare eligibility starts the very first day of the month of which you turn 65. So if your birthday is even on the 2nd, September 2nd, your Medicare when you are 65, assuming that's how it is in the future, will still be September 1, would be the soonest it could start. A lot of people ask, do I have to sign up for Medicare? Most people assume they do, but there is a clause to that. If you are somebody that's receiving Medicare before you turn 65, so you're receiving receiving Social Security benefits before you turn 65, you should automatically receive your Medicare card in the mail. I say should because it is the government we're dealing with, but you're supposed to receive your Medicare card in the mail as long as you're receiving your Social Security benefits before your 65th birthday month. If you're not receiving Social Security, you are someone that has to sign up. And so one of the ways that I recommend signing up, and this is just based off of my clients I've spoken to in the past and their recommendations, is applying online. SSA.gov, if you go to that website, it looks just like this. I always put the screenshot in my presentations. There's a button right in the middle of the screen when you scroll to that website that says Medicare Enrollment. Guess what happens when you click on that? You can go through the process of enrolling in Medicare. This works out much better than the other resources because you can't go to your local office these days. Everyone's closed. They're doing phone appointments for the most part, and there's only a 1-800 number that'll lead you to either your local office or a representative nationally. So hold times are up. A lot of the times you can't get all your questions answered, and they're going to connect you or someone's going to call you back. So the quickest, easiest way from what I've had feedback with is simply just applying online. Now, when can you apply online? So this is when you can get Medicare. Your first dates or your time frame is referred to as your initial enrollment period, IEP. We love acronyms in the insurance industry. So IEP, initial enrollment period, is your 7-month window pertaining around your 65th birthday month that you are entitled to sign up for Medicare. Now, if you sign up in the first 3 months before your birthday month, your Medicare is actually going to start the first of your birthday month. So for example, my birthday's in October. So September, August, July. July 1st would have been the first date I could have gone and applied for Medicare had I not been receiving Social Security benefits. My Medicare would have started October 1. Now, if I get into my birthday month, you have 3 additional months after that where you could still apply for Medicare. So Medicare's initial enrollment period, when you're first entitled to it, again, pertains around your 65th birthday month. You have a 3-month prior, the month of, and 3-month window after that you can sign up. You only get one initial enrollment period into Medicare. So if you're somebody that does not have group insurance, if you're somebody that doesn't have any kind of credible coverage, you're not working, this is your opportunity to avoid penalties down the road and make sure that you get into, at the very least, Medicare. Now, one note I do put on this when I talk to people is if your birthday falls on the first of a month, trick you here, Medicare actually starts a month earlier. So if my birthday was September 1st, you actually get your Medicare starting August 1st. And it throws this little 7-month window out of whack, but someone thinking just because their birthday's in September because it's on the 1st, and they wait that additional 3 months to sign up for Medicare, could find yourself missing your opportunity to sign up. So it's very important. I tell everyone, write down, January through December, put your finger on your birthday month, figure out your 7-month window. And as soon as your 65th birthday year is coming around, that's when you want to figure out when exactly you have to sign up for Medicare. If you miss that window, if you miss your initial enrollment period, and you do not have credible coverage, so you don't qualify to skip signing up for Medicare and avoid penalties, and you want to now get into Medicare, you can only do so during the general enrollment period. The general enrollment period is January 1st through March 31st. These 3 months are for individuals. Again, now you're entitled to sign up for Part A and Part B. You could do this if you, again, missed signing up when you were first eligible. And you're not eligible for a special enrollment period. So again, you're not losing group coverage. You don't have group coverage. If you sign up in this 3-month period for Medicare, a lot of people think it's going to start right away. It does not. Unfortunately, if you sign up in this period of time, your Medicare won't start until July 1st. And so the downside of this is, yes, you can wait a little bit longer and still sign up for Medicare in the beginning of the year. However, you're going to go at least 6 months into that new year before you can even get Medicare. So you could be potentially uninsured. We have insurance for the what ifs. What if something happens? What if you need medication? So what if you don't sign up for Medicare when you're supposed to? This is the period of time in which you would do it. And again, your Medicare would not start until July 1st. Those individuals that are on Medicare already, and Brittany had made mention to it, I made mention to it in our last conversation, the annual enrollment period is your gospel, so to say. It is your opportunity every year to figure things out. The annual enrollment period is October 15th through December 7th. I don't know why those dates were picked. You'd have to, write the government and figure that out, but those dates were picked. Those are the dates that you can review your plans. And I phrase it like that because a lot of the literature you're going to get in the mail, a lot of the stuff you're going to see on television, depending on who you talk to, you're going to be told this is your time to change your plan. You do not have to change your plan. One of the biggest things that we do with consumers is make sure they're in the right plan. And you may already be in it. Doesn't mean you have to change for the new year. Just because this time period comes up, this is your opportunity to see what else is out there. And the reason I phrase it like that is because late September, early October, you're going to receive, if you have a Medicare plan, whether it's a Medicare Advantage plan or prescription drug plan, many of us that have had individual insurance or group insurance, we always get this annual notice of change. It tells us what our benefits for the current year look like and how it's going to be changing for the new year. What it doesn't tell you, and what these Medicare plans don't tell you, is what everybody else is doing. What is company X competitors putting together for the new year? If you're somebody that feels like you're paying too much in copays, your doctors are not in the network, your prescription cost is going up. You have what I've identified, and I think I'm going to term as Medicare plan envy. I might copyright that, so no one take that. You talk to your neighbor and your neighbor's got this great plan with all these bells and whistles and yours doesn't, for example. This is your time to see what else is out there. So you can shop your coverage and look at what other plans are available, and any changes, any plans you sign up for in this period of time take place for the new year. So January 1st of the new year. You have unlimited changes that you're able to make. And so what that means is if you sign up for a plan on October 15th for January 1st, and you get cold feet or you hear about a different plan midway through November, sign up for the new plan. Whatever is the last application that is received and processed by Medicare is the plan that you're going to have for the new year. What if you miss this window? You're traveling, you don't get back in time. You're like Brittany, you took a vacation and I don't want to talk to my insurance agent. I'll talk to somebody in the new year. So you miss this window. You're out of the country, you're sick, you just didn't get a chance. Something that always happens in an election year, which we're in now, and this happened in 2016, is a lot of people sit at home and they're afraid to go out and shop their plan or change because they don't know what kind of changes are potentially coming. To that I say, it takes years for our government to figure anything out. So anything people are talking about during the election cycle, it's going to be a while before they come to fruition. So don't be afraid just because of stuff you hear on television. Your plan, especially if you're signing up for something to start January 1st of the new year, that's going to be your plan for 2021. It's not something they're going to take away in March and say no one gets this ever again. If anything, it would be a year after that. So don't hesitate to shop your coverage and see if there's something better or that fits you the right way as opposed to the plan that you're in now. If you miss this window, if you miss this window, you're going to be in what many people refer to as lock-in. So lock-in is an industry term where you're basically told you can't do anything unless you qualify for special events, such as you move or things like that. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But there's something new that the government gave back to the Medicare insurance industry in 2019. And that's called the Open Enrollment Period, OEP, not to confuse everybody with the Annual Enrollment Period or AEP. So the Open Enrollment Period is something we used to have years ago. So people that have been on Medicare for a while, you may have been familiar with this, but this is something for especially new to Medicare. This is something you've only seen in the last couple of years. So open enrollment is something that CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, do not allow insurance agents to market or talk about. This is something where if you called me and you had issues with your coverage and you said, is there anything I can do to switch this? only at that point would I be allowed to help you using this as our reason to switch your plan. I don't know why that is. This to me is an extension, in my opinion, of the annual enrollment period. It's allowing those individuals that missed signing up or signed up for the wrong plan. You know, maybe you filled out that little piece of paper that came in the mail thinking it was the best option, only to realize when you finally got your insurance packet, it was the wrong plan for you. This is your opportunity to switch plans to something else. The only individuals that can use the open enrollment period are someone that has Medicare Advantage plans. You have to have a Medicare Advantage plan, or what we've called in the past Medicare replacement plans. You know, you can identify these commonly as $0 premiums. You have co-pays for your services. These are network-based plans. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan, you're entitled to use the open enrollment period to switch from one Medicare Advantage plan to another. You can drop your Medicare Advantage plan and go back to just original Medicare itself, at which point what's commonly happening is you're signing up for a drug plan. The most common things that we do and have done in the past couple of years during this period is, again, someone missed the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period. So we went ahead and reviewed their plan in the beginning of the year to get them in the right plan. We've had individuals that have been in Medicare Advantage plans for a while, and they realize maybe their health is starting to deteriorate and they'd be better off in just original Medicare and a drug plan, or a Medicare gap plan, also referred to as a supplement plan with a drug plan. So this is our time of year where we can make those types of changes. But the main key is you have to have a Medicare Advantage plan in order to get the ball moving with that. If you miss your annual enrollment period, you miss the open enrollment period, or let's just say you also took advantage of those, now you find yourself throughout the year locked in your plan, so to say. That is partially true. I tell clients all the time, you are not guaranteed to be stuck or locked into your plan. There are over 30 different election periods that happen throughout the year that you could take advantage of if you qualify to make plan changes or get into a plan. Some of the most common ones, and we refer to these as special enrollment periods or SEPs. The most common ones are people that are moving, right? No one moves to Florida. That's a lie. Everyone moves to Florida. I've yet to meet more than 5 people that actually were born and raised here. Everyone moves here. If you're someone that is moving out of your service area, so you're leaving the cold up north to move down here and you already have Medicare, that gives you an opportunity to make a plan change. If you're somebody that finds out in September, October, when that notice of change comes in the mail, your plan's not going to be there for the new year, that gives you an opportunity to make a change. Individuals that signed up for Medicare when they turned 65 and kept their group coverage. You know, you're still working, you're going to take Medicare, but keep your group insurance. It's better for you at the time, but now you're thinking of retiring. Now you're thinking your group benefits are not as good because the price is going up, or maybe you've lost them. They've been taken away. Those are reasons why you could use a special enrollment period to get into Medicare plans. Another one that we're seeing more now than we have in the past, and that's because of a lot of the changes that have been taking place with our government, as well as situationally, especially with COVID, more individuals now are qualifying for what we have as Medicaid, as well as low-income subsidy, or what the government refers to locally as extra help. So both of these benefits, Medicaid and extra help, are situations where you're receiving some kind of benefit. Maybe your co-pays would be covered, your premium is covered, maybe your prescription drug cost has gone down with these help. These opportunities, or this qualifying for that, provides you with an annual opportunity where you can do this multiple times and make plan changes. A lot of individuals, again, they don't change their plan once they get into it. It worked for me for years. Why should I change my plan? Meanwhile, their cost goes up year after year after year, and they're saying, well, everyone's cost goes up. Drugs are just expensive. Well, no, maybe it's just your drug plan. And that's one of the reasons why I encourage individuals every year to just take a look. You don't have to know all 30 plus enrollment periods. That's where insurance agents get paid to help you. But there are opportunities out there. So if you're someone watching this, or someone you know after you watch this has been struggling in the plan they're in, they can't see their doctors, their drug cost is high, maybe there's an opportunity for them to switch. as Brittany mentioned, the open enrollment's right around the corner, or specifically after this, you guys know the annual enrollment period is coming up on October 15th. That's your opportunity to fix your plan if you're not happy with it. There are so many different additional dates and timeframes to go through, but in not boring everybody and trying to keep you attentive to what's here, these are the main important things that I like to touch with individuals getting ready for Medicare and that already have it. I'm open and available for assistance. I know Brittany shared my information with you, but please feel free to reach out, email me, call me, whatever I can do to help just point you in the right direction or help you personally myself. I'm happy to do so, but Medicare is something you don't want to miss your opportunities, because you could find it costing you a lot, not only short-term, but long-term down the road.
I think the biggest takeaway, besides all the great information that you provided, is to not do this alone. Because I know navigating anything as we're aging, and we're all doing it, believe it or not, Anthony, we're not going to stay this, young and dapper forever.
You can be this beautiful forever.
You will with your suit, yeah. But we all need assistance with insurance, whether it's whether it's Medicare Advantage plan, other types of insurance that we have. Don't do it alone. Please make sure to reach out to Anthony for more information for yourself, for your loved one, or your clients, anybody that could really benefit from looking into and identifying what's the best plan for you.
Definitely.
I always like to ask this at the end of our lives. Is there any words of wisdom that you would like to offer? I know you've already offered a lot, but anything to kind of close us out here, Anthony?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that I come across, and I did not mention, and this is, again, another date or time frame thing that people want to pay attention to. You do not, again, you take advantage of your full 7-month window to sign up for Medicare and get into a plan. If you're someone that financially you can't afford to sign up for it right now, you can't afford to pay for Part B every single month right now, or right when your Medicare starts, take advantage of the 7 months. Wait until that last month comes around and then sign up for it, so that you're basically pushing it off as long as you can until you have to get into it, so you don't miss your window or opportunity. There are so many different options out there. Depending on who you talk to, someone's going to say, I love or I hate this. I'm an unbiased insurance agent. There's not a one size fits most. It's what's best for you based off your health, your finances, your needs. If you're someone that travels, there's a plan for you. If you're someone that's got the income and wants the best, there's a plan out there for you. So don't think just because you see the same company advertising on television or showing up in your mailbox that that's the only option you have. There are many different things out there. And I implore you, whether you use myself, Medicare.gov, or your neighbor, shop your coverage annually. It's going to make you feel better about what you have, and at least rest assured you'll know going into the new year, it's the best plan for you.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you again for your time this morning. This was extremely valuable information, especially the timing of this is perfect as we are approaching that time of the year where people will need to reach out to you, or like you said, whether it's Medicare.gov or maybe their neighbor is an expert as well, but I would definitely call you, Anthony. What's the best number to reach you at? And I will add it to the post as well.
Yeah, the only number I have, and I keep it simple, it's 239-220-8477. That's my cell phone, my work line, my home line. That's the only line. Text me, call me. That's the best way to get a hold of me.
Perfect. And your area of coverage is really anywhere. I mean, you're working with people obviously through the phone, through Zoom, through whatever it takes to get them through what they need.
Yeah, my zip code is whichever city I am in at the moment. I was out in Okeechobee and Belglades last week, Sarasota the week before. So I cover the whole state of Florida. A lot of things can be done via Zoom or online meetings or over the phone. But if you're old school at heart and you want to meet face to face, and sometimes that is the best way to learn about Medicare and your options, I'd love to get in front of you and help you out.
Perfect. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to this Seniors Blue Book Live. Truly, our goal is just to provide some great resources like Anthony to be able to help people through their journey, wherever they're at in their journey. So if you would like more information, reach out to Anthony. And if we can help you with anything at all, please reach out to us as well, and have a blessed day.
Thank you.